Welcome everyone to our webinar AI in the Writer's Room, where we are tackling today the creative space, the ethics, and the human touch of the creative field right now. We're at the moment where AI is no longer just a tool in the background of our industry, it's actively entering the creative process, and most aggressively, it's helping us generate ideas, shape narratives, and even influence how we think and how we narrate our stories and how we're bringing them to life. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Leen Zayyat. I'm an award-winning director and scriptwriter with 7+ years of experience in the creative field in the UAE and the MENA region. I'm specialized in digital storytelling and content development, and I've contributed to the short format series and to many writers' room developing Arabic originals and adaptations in the region. Today, we're not only debating whether AI is good or bad for the industry, but we're also here to explore how it's going to be reshaping the storytelling, our stories that are coming from the region. Allow me to present you our fellow speakers. We have Adel Hilal. He's a creative director and the founder of Tap2 View. It's an AI-driven creative studio focused on cinematic storytelling and the next generation content. With over 15 years of experience across advertising and filmmaking, he's also a content creator who specialized in AI bilingual content in both Arabic and English. Allow me also to welcome Alex Petrosian. He's the head of MENA expansion of the Cinelist Group, which he leads strategy and partnership across the region with a background spanning across structured finance and the business of entertainment. He also brings a strong industry perspective on how data and AI are reshaping the content and the decisions we're taking in the field. Allow me also to welcome Karan Chavan. Karan Chavan is an Indian filmmaker who's known for his work in Hindi cinema. His debut feature, Imago, premiered at the Mumbai Film Festival and later streamed on Netflix, earning critical recognition and multiple awards. And alongside, he's also a several award-winning short film director who's also actively exploring the use of AI in filmmaking. Welcome to the room.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
So, to start with this conversation, it comes to our mind, like we have a couple of important questions, like what happens to originality of the stories that we're telling in case we're using AI? Do you think AI will affect the originality of the stories? Do you think, who owns the stories that are created with AI, and where does the human voice, come or stand with the use of artificial intelligence? So my first question would be for everyone in the room. At what stage do you think the creative process, do you see the AI is adding the most value? Is it the pre-production, the production, or the post-production? And where does it fall, actually? So we can start maybe with Karan.
Yes. First of all, thank you for inviting me. So actually, AI is applicable for every creative theme which reflecting cinema. For example, pre-production to production to post-production. So there are many AI tools which research very well or save our time for researching any concept. For example, periodic or any current situation or any historic background of the subject. So AI tools help us to research and develop the concept of the film or any type of content. Then second, there is a major help of AI tools which in the production, which reduce cost very much, more than 80% we can save with the help of AI tools. So I think major AI contribution is for helping us is for production. to reduce value and budget, for example, film budget. And I think post-production uh, is more manual or not changing with the AI currently. This is for now, I think.
Yeah, I want to move also forward to Alex, because you're coming from the business perspective and the business of entertainment. Alex, do you think the use of AI is directly affecting our originality, or is it which part of the production process or the creative process you think the AI is the most effective in?
Yeah, it's a great question. Thank you for having me as well. I agree with a lot of what Karan said. At the Synalytic Group, which we have a whole suite of tools, we do cater to the business side, as you said, but the team is made up of a mix of creatives, former studio executive, writers, producers, as well as people on the finance side, myself as well, being a writer with projects in development. I think originality is suffering with or without AI. I mean, I think there's constant projects coming to streamers and in theaters that the main complaint from audiences from around the world is we've seen this before. It's the same thing over and over again. And if there's, of course, AI in that aspect will only add to that, because if you're talking about generative and creative AI, if you want to rely on it completely to tell your story, AI by definition is just using things from the past. So it's only going to use
Exactly.
projects that already worked and things like this. So we don't support, there's always going to be a human element. I think I agree with Karan that AI is useful in every aspect of filmmaking. We specifically built the Synalytic Group, so it works with everything from concept validation for the creatives to audience targeting, marketing positioning, and then of course, if you're the distributor and the production team, to how you package it, how you release it, how your budget should be adjusted, and things like that. I think where AI will always fall a little short in, which is not a bad thing, is what we're talking about: true original voice, emotional depth, cultural specificity, and things like this. So there's a use for AI in everything from the idea stage to the production stage to post-production to marketing and release strategy. But yeah, I don't think it's going to replace it. It's again, like I said, I think originality is suffering regardless, and that's on the creatives and the business side of it to choose the right projects to push forward and try to be more original.
Yeah, I agree with you with most of what you said, because again, AI doesn't operate without the data that we feed in,
Exactly.
the tools. Exactly, it can't exist without us. So
Mhm.
it's like it's vice versa. We
Exactly.
start
Yeah.
we start the production, and then AI comes in. So moving also forward uh, to Adel. I believe we want to know your input, because you're also a content creator who excessively uses AI in bilingual content. Do you think the AI affects more the content side, the content development side, or the generation, or the post-production and the execution side?
I think it's affecting both of them, since it's like what just Alex added on how you use it on the beginning and how you shape the whole journey with it. But to be honest with you, I can see a bad impact, to be honest. Like when you try to write something, I'm a better writer than you, okay? But you are a better user of AI, so you're gonna get the best results ever. And it's like it's not a fair competition. So that's why when people ask me, it will replace in my mind, sure, it will replace sometimes, since it's like the junior copywriters will be competing with tools have full access to large and very big library of content. So yeah, it will be replacing somehow, and for sure the competition is just started.
Yeah, and you think that because of that, I mean, that's a very valid point, because of that, now we have AI generators and AI writers and AI engineers. Because one thing is using AI, and the other thing is being creative and knowing how to execute while
Yeah,
being
100%. Yeah.
but while using the platforms and the tools.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so this takes us to our next question, which is the core of storytelling and the core of emotional storytelling and the emotional aspect of our narratives and our lived experience. So can this be replicated? I mean, that's a general question to everyone in the room.
Yes, again for me.
Yeah, I think Adel's right. I mean, it's based on what you feed it, but if it's someone who is giving it the right lived experiences, the right cultural content, I think if you were just to go, and then, of course there are many generative tools, script writing tools, and things like this that you just feed it ideas, generally even ChatGPT, and then you can build off it and build off it. If you don't feed it much and you just say give me a script about this topic, it's not going to be very original. It's not going to be very it's not going to have much emotional depth. But if the user, like was just said, knows how to use it in the correct way, is feeding it its own information, is feeding its own experiences, and using it as a tool, not a replacement. This is what we run into a lot, I think, especially when we first launched the Synalytic group before COVID. Anytime there's the word AI attached to any kind of company, especially back then in the film industry, people kind of shy away and people have fear. Now that
Yeah.
we've gotten into this for about 9 years now, people understand that it's supposed to be a tool, more than a replacement. But I do agree with Adel. I think moving forward, the writers that know how to use these, there's good writers and there's bad writers. The writers that are going to be doing the best and have the most projects greenlit and have the best projects and things like this, I think are the good writers who know how to use these tools. If you're going to completely avoid these tools, unfortunately, just by the nature of the business, you're going to fall behind. I don't, and I'm not saying that people should use these tools completely to write their story, but maybe to enhance.
Mm. And also from your aspect, from what you're saying, Alex, I think also our behavior changed toward using AI throughout the last 5 years. I guess people were resilient and they wanted to reject AI at first, and then now they are and they want an AI generator in the room. Maybe they want a team members who are aware and who can work efficiently with AI tools. So we can move also to Adel and know his input about the behavior, because
Yeah. Well, talking about the emotional impact or the emotional input between the AI tools and the writers. I think again, I always remember that when we are in brainstorming session, everyone is talking and someone is like raising up. Okay, bro, what do you think about copying this style from that movie or copying this style from that book? When it comes to the storytelling techniques, the narration, how you put chapters, how you put edges. You know how to write a whole story, regardless it's a content or a film or an ad or whatever. So in the moment you are stealing or or copying the style from another big project, I think this is the way which we accept each other. But when we reflect that on the AI tool, we just like judge it, like now I can accept from you, Leen, or from Karan or from Alex any idea that, bro, what do you think about copying that? But when it comes to AI tool, I think no, I'm just stealing others' work. So again, in my honest opinion about that, is like in creativity industry or in this type of writing, people that like the writers, wherever they are in the world, they are thinking the same way, and they have right to be inspired from others' work. So if we're taking this rule and we're gonna apply it to the AI, a relationship between us as writers and AI era, like which is really is. I think it's cool. It's accepted. It's natural that we might be engaged or being as a partner working on a project like 50-50. You get the 50% of the idea. I get sometimes the enhancement, not the opposite also.
Mhm. And we have one question to you, Adel, from the audience, and to Karen as well. So
That's
what's one
nice.
thing so what's one thing that AI still can't replicate in the writer's room, specifically in the writer's room?
Okay. So I think humans have very unique gifts, some unique gifts. Like humans have emotions, desires, lust, hopes, passion. So I think they are not replaced by AI. So humans have desire to make a film, to write, to build something that AI never do that. AI is a very good assistant. So if I have to build a another planet world or alien type of script, so AI is a very good assistant to build or write that any micro detailing. So I think that is the unique USP of humans, which gifts of the God that maybe we see as the errors, that desire or lust or any emotion, human emotions. So I think this is a very unique USP of humans. So depending on writers, so humans use that emotions, passion, or each of that elements to create something. So I think AI just help to enhance that.
Okay, and we have a general question to everyone in the room from the audience, which is interesting. Who should own the final script if AI played a role? Is it the writer, the tool, or the company that is Adel?
Can I answer this?
Yeah, sure, of course. We can start with you.
I will answer very funny, you guys. I think that it will be owned by the account which will be used doing this. You know what I'm saying? If I'm logging on with my account now, it should be like something like a Instagram account. I think I might sell my account after 10 years with like $3,000. You know, just to know my age, just to follow my work. I think it will be like a very big industry.
Yeah, I mean, I
The
think
behavior,
We
yeah.
can move to Alex and
Oh, sorry.
yeah, we can move to Alex.
There's no standardization yet. I know that, obviously there was the big writer strike in the West, and it was understandable why it happened with the fear of people saying ideas are going to get taken. I think moving forward, I think it's still going to be the creators that own it. I think there's just going to have to be a more standard framework of disclosing that AI was involved, and kind of human author, more legality around human authorship and studio level policies. I think you need to, again, they don't need to adopt it as a replacement tool, but it's kind of like an intelligence layer. And I just think it's going to be more transparency, saying the writer coming forward and saying, yes, I used this tool, or no, I didn't use this tool to generate this project. And even in when something is filmed, the transparency around these extras in this film were AI generated or they were not. It's just going to be transparency. I think the people who still put in the time, the humans that work to create these projects, are still going to be the owners. It's not going to be, I don't think it should be any AI-based company or AI-based tool that owns any of it. Because if you look at any other industry, that's not the case. If I use a tool to build something, the tool I use does not own anything. It's more of a marketing exercise for that tool, saying, look, that I use this tool to help me build this project, to write this project, to do pre-production, to do post-production. I think it's just going to be advertising and marketing for more people to use the tool, but the ownership will still be at a human level.
All right, completely agree.
Yeah, we can move also to Karan.
Yes, I completely agree with Alex and Adel. I think with the help of some AI technology, we can build some platforms or something, some technology which find the original voice or original creators, and that the main origin of that IP. So I think more research and development should need in that circle to find that originality, who is the creator, which build some XYZ content, and after that 1,000 people are using that content. So we should, I think we need to more research and work on that field.
Yeah. So I think it's still the storyteller who owns the story. It's never the tool. It's as you're all mentioning now.
Yeah, but what if the tool is like the partner in writing? If it's ChatGPT, it's owning more than 50%. It's not about the seed or the story line or the log line itself. It's about who write, the chapter itself, who put the structure. So sometimes I think we have to stop calling AI work is not original or fake or something like that, and our work is original. So by working together, we're giving a third type of content. It's like not original. Original is something like being partnered with the AI. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think I
yeah,
didn't mean to interrupt. I think he's absolutely right. If you're a writer who's bouncing ideas off people, they were tools to help you. That's why there's when in many major films and minor films, there's screenplay by, and there's just an example, there's screenplay by this person and story by credit to these other
exactly.
people. So it's the same
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it's going to
Yeah.
be, it is the writer's, even if the writer asked the AI an opinion on an idea, it was still the writer that originated that
Mm.
question. So it
Yeah.
is, I think it's just, this is the thing that I do think Adil's completely right, and Karan said the same thing. People need to stop looking at it as a replacement and start looking at it as an enhancement, a tool. Of course, if someone just says, give me, if someone feeds into, for instance, ChatGPT saying, give me a movie about an alien coming to the UAE and doing this, this, and this, and write the entire script, and I'm not going to do anything else, and then tries to submit that, that's not the same thing. We don't, at least that on our side, we don't support that. But if you're feeding it ideas, feeding it information, telling it what you like about its output, telling it what you don't like about its output, and using that to enhance your script, it's simply a tool. It's not a replacement.
Yeah, and Alex, I also wanted to ask you, do you think AI can help us predict what the audience will love or what will the audience like in I mean, to take it as a takeaway for our next productions or next projects?
Well, this is the basis of the Synalytic Group, the company I work with. What it started as in 2018 was an AI-based predictive forecasting model that was built by a mix of people, again, in finance, in film, producers, writers, studio executives, and a NASA rocket scientist who does risk assessment, who is the person who built the code and is the co-founder of the company. And the idea of it was to feed a film project idea. It could be, you could have a script, you could have your talent attached, or it could just be a very basic idea and you have this is what the movie's about, this is the budget. And yet, and the point of it is, the point of the system, which is not much more advanced, and now it's only one of our, 6 tools, is to tell you how this project will perform, specifically if we're talking about film, in theaters and on streaming and on rental and on TV in territory by territory. So yes, AI absolutely. It's not a crystal ball. That's what we always say. You cannot feed a film into, because it's still art. You can still never 100% predict how people are going to react. And there's things like marketing campaigns and fads and things like this and trends that come later, closer to when a movie releases, that will enhance or decrease the performance of a film. But you can look at all the historical performance of films. You can look at who is tied to this film, who is the director, who is the writer, who are the actors, and that combination. And it can absolutely give you a much better idea of how that film is going to perform country by country, region by region, based on audiences.
Mm. Okay, because I guess we all read the news, I mean, coming from late 2025, where Netflix also released that they will use AI in order to generate their next show titles. So that's
Yeah, I'm sure. We've spoken to Netflix many times, and of course, there's different degrees of how people are going to use this. So I can't speak for Netflix. If they're going to, I don't. One thing we always like to say is that our tools, for instance, shouldn't be used to tell you to make a movie or not make a movie. We don't want that to happen. If a writer has an idea that he's in love with, and there's people that support the script, and there's people that have put money behind the script or are planning on putting money behind the script to get it in front of audiences, whether it's on YouTube or streaming or movie theaters or a mix, depending on the size of the project. We don't want people to use these tools to right away very quickly say, don't make this movie. No one's going to
mm,
see it. It's not going to make your money. More so, what this is based on what inputs of your project you feed into an AI system like ours. It'll tell you, okay, based on what you have told us about your project, this is how it likely will perform. Then you can make tweaks to your project that can be suggested by the AI, and then you refeed it into the system, and then it will tell you, okay, now this is how that performance has changed. So it's more so, again, if someone wants to make a project, they should make that project. This is an art form. The goal of it is to make something and have people see it. But if the AI can be used to put you in a better position, to just, make it the best situation and the best package possible so it can perform.
And okay, Alex, I have a question from the audience too. So they're asking you, if AI is trained on thousands of scripts, is it still innovation? Can we call this innovation, or it's just borrowing ideas without being credited, without
I think,
having credit?
yeah, it's a good question. I think Adel already went over this. Most projects, even from the most famous filmmakers, borrow from other films that borrow from other filmmakers, and even admittedly so. I don't think they're trying to hide it. If you look at,
Yeah,
taking a very general big name example, if you look at someone like Quentin Tarantino, who a lot of people say
yeah,
he's the most original writer who's ever come out of Hollywood, he's blatantly saying, I stole this scene from this movie. He's not saying steal, he's saying I paid homage. I'm honoring this scene and this style of filmmaking and this specific shot I took from this movie because I loved it so much. So if you have an original idea, yes, if AI is of course trained, many AI systems are trained on thousands and thousands of past scripts. You're not going to get a completely original idea if you rely on that. We don't support it. If you say,
yeah,
I want to make a crime thriller movie, look at these past 10, 15 crime thriller movies over the last 5 years that did well, and write another movie just like that. First of all, it's like you said, the main problem is not original, and the film is likely not going to do well because people have seen it 100 times.
yeah,
But if you're using it, again, I think Adel already went over this. People are already honoring past films. People are honoring past filmmakers. Any writer who is a seasoned writer, any director, any filmmaker already has 1,000 scripts in their head, and they're using those subconsciously, whether they want to admit it or not.
mm. Okay. So my question now goes also to Karan, because since we're talking about the efficiency of our project and our productivity, do you think, Karan, where does the AI genuinely save more time in the writing process?
Can you please repeat your question?
Yeah, if we're using AI, I mean, in the writing process, in the writers' rooms, where do you think AI is genuinely saving more time in this process?
Right. So there is uh, very beautiful point. AI can give you 1,000 possibilities of one subject. For example, I'm writing one movie which all set up in the one home or one house. So I can see 1,000 possibilities of what can characters do in that situation. So AI can help me to build 1,000 possibilities, what type of character, how they can react, and so that is easy task for me. For example, I can take 6 months to visualize all those possibilities, how characters work, that micro detailing. But with the help of AI, I can literally compress that timeline to 6 months to literally 1 month.
Mm,
Or I can filter those possibilities and select the one possibility. So this is the beauty of AI, I think. And again, going back to my point, that AI can just assist to build those possibilities. But
mm,
that seed of that script, that you have to give to AI. What
yeah,
is the situation? What is my thought, which
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
you are going
Yeah.
to build or what? Yes.
I wanted to add to him because I think there are times when there's not enough onus or pressure or blame, if you want to call it, based on how humans use AI. AI can be used in the right way, AI can be used in the wrong way. Like
yeah,
Karan just said, if you're going to be a lazy writer and just feed the AI system, say, write me this script, I don't want to do
mm,
any work. I just want something that works based on past
yeah,
projects. And, that's the wrong way to use it. It's not something, at least I don't think anyone in this room or in this Zoom meeting, I don't think anyone supports that. But if you're bouncing ideas off the AI that are your own original ideas and not agreeing with everything the AI says and kind of going back and forth with the AI and getting inspiration and saying, oh, this is a better structure for my script, but they're already my ideas, but I can move things around. That is the right way to use AI. The lazy way to use it is dangerous. I completely agree. Again, I'm a writer myself, and I have one feature script that is being kind of bounced around several studios, and then I have a couple of treatments out both in the UAE and in the States, getting reviewed right now. I didn't use AI to create any original ideas in that script. It was more so like, oh, wait, like I was kind of bouncing off like, oh, am I going too slow here? Am I going too fast here? Where can I move around for the pacing to be stronger? But it's still all my own original content, own original ideas. If you're going to just feed it a prompt and say, write me a script, and use all the scripts that worked in the past, you can do that. But that is the user's fault. That is the human's fault and the lazy way of doing things.
Yeah, they always say like steal like an artist. I guess it follows also with the using AI. You can use AI as an artist as well. Alex, I want also to ask you, would you trust AI to write dialogue for a key emotional scene?
No, personally, no, because that's a very human element. And again, if it does write dialogue, it's going to be probably blatantly taking from another. Dialogue is I think one of the most unique parts of any film and any screenwriter. That's just why we call certain screenwriters have voices. When you see a film, a lot of times who the screenwriter is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that we're talking about of what AI can replace. That sort of dialogue are based on real conversations people have, friends they have that speak a certain way, family members they have that speak a certain way, certain conversations they've had in real life that I don't think AI is going to be able to replicate. So yes, AI can give you dialogue. It's never going to be as memorable or as unique, in my opinion, as something that is generated from a human. Again, it can help, of course, but first you have to have that originality fed into it from a person.
Yeah, and I believe your voice is a cumulative experience. It's your experience. It's you telling your own story and your own narrative and your own with the characters that you want them. And then AI is as detailed as you want it to be. I mean, if you're dealing it with a lazy, understanding of the tool, then I guess it's gonna be very general and it's gonna lose the cultural context.
Yeah, I mean, even if you just play around with all the different AI tools and try to get AI to write you dialogue just as an exercise, and I've seen scripts come across desks that have admittedly been written completely by AI. The dialogue portion of it that you're focusing on is usually very poor and usually very generic, and something that if you saw it in a film or a TV show, you would be like, who wrote this? This is so simple. There's nothing special about this.
Yeah, and who talks like that?
Exactly. Exactly. Not a human. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And from your point of view, Alex, and also Adel and Karan, everyone in the room, what is the best database or technical medium to store the complex media and film data? I mean, with the AI tools. This is a technical question for everyone who wants to use AI now in a creative and in a smart way.
Sorry, can you repeat? So they're saying, where should the data be stored?
Yeah, what is the best database or technical medium to store the complex media and film data using AI?
It's a good question. I don't know if
I think
anybody.
it might be based on the data itself, the type of data, the sizes that's, so like the criteria how to settle them in the best ways. So it's different if it's sounds, visuals, films.
Yeah. I think there's SQLs,
to be
there's how many
customized.
different SQLs you can use. It just depends on which data you're talking about. If it's like you said, if it's just text, if it's visuals,
let's put it as in visuals. I mean, for footages or visuals.
That I would let Adel and Karan take that question because it's not something we work with.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Karan.
Yes. So are you talking about the storage or what type of data, right?
The film data. I mean the videos. I mean the footages and
yes. So I think cloud is the best option because cloud is very accessible for all of us. For example, if you are making a film which contribute other countries' artists or many various location-based artists, so they are easily accessible through cloud data and access to that. So I think Google Cloud is the best option to store or use those data with different places.
And for Alex?
I literally, I put the thumbs up. I think AWS is another one that a lot of we come across very often, and people are storing, inclusive of visuals. But yeah, it's the one that we come across the most often for clients and what they use. Of course, we're not using it, is Google Cloud and AWS. At least in the States and Europe, that's what we see.
Yeah. And I think Adel as well is left.
Yeah, the same. I think Google Cloud is the most famous now for being used for such things.
Okay. Now this takes us to our next question. I mean, for creativity and in the AI and in the creative spaces and the industries, do you think using AI generated visuals instead of filming the real footage and having a real production, does it lead to better results? Or do you think that is project oriented, something related to the project?
I think it will be better results for sure when it comes to financial situation, when it comes to footage itself. If you are planning to shoot something in Italy, it won't be that easy. If you travel, since you can select the country when you are in your studio, you know. So AI, I think it's changing the whole production industry starting from yesterday, and people just don't give themselves the chance to try this and the right situation and get the result. So what it's really bothering me these days, when it's like people always categorizing which is AI, like again the non-emotional thing, which is not true, and about the script itself, about the art direction, about the styling, about they are copying a style, or they are wearing a hat of a stylist and art director and each rule. So when a project it's made by AI, it's not by AI itself, it's by human, like Alex say that a human did that in the past and they are copying that. So what I'm trying to say is doing things with AI again should have some originality, because it's a partnership between the art itself and the tool. And again, when I was talking about the tool, I was talking about the accounts, since it's now personal accounts and customized and trained one are totally different than any tool. So for example, if I'm going to Midjourney with you, with typing the same prompt using your account and my account, the result will be totally different. So by time, I think the tools will have like a QR code. It will have like a serial number. This industry will be, it's like changed by time, and the tools and the personal account will be would be a key or a code or something to be used between people.
Yeah, I think when you're speaking on visual specifically, it's obviously a trickier situation. Even if it's not specifically AI, there's tools like Stagecraft, which, this is, we're talking about, if you have a very expensive production, you can use this, but instead of going to Morocco to film a desert setting, or going to Abu Dhabi to film a desert setting, the Stagecraft, which is that massive LED screen that you kind of stand in front of, for certain scenes, it's been proven that people can't tell the difference between real and fake. Now, I don't think, personal opinion, this is not speaking from the Cinelytic group of as a film viewer and a film lover, I don't think there's always going to be something more. There's going to be always something different and more authentic, that if you want to film, for instance, in Tuscany, filming in Tuscany is always going to feel different than using AI to regenerate Tuscany. And for people, I just think it's going to be, I think we're going to get to a point where there's going to be different films there already are, but not all films are for all people. So I don't think we can avoid these films that are coming, whether you want to avoid them or not, where, like Adel said, he used a very good analogy, video games, when you are playing a video game and you see kind of a cutscene, that's already been happening since I was a kid, where the graphics are very good. You're like, wow, that looks almost human. Someone can make a movie like this. those movies are going to be coming. It doesn't mean that they're for everybody. Maybe it's the younger generation that doesn't mind that they're not real humans that want to use that. But I don't think it's going to take away from the industry and from most film viewers that are using real people, using real settings. That's always going to be desired. That's always going to feel different and feel like a different kind of art. Not to say that, like, I don't think can't call video games art. It's just a different kind of art. Now that those video game kind of filming styles are bleeding into the movie industry, obviously there's some pushback. But there's gonna be people that want to watch that, and there's gonna be many people that don't want to watch it. And I think they're gonna these things are gonna coexist.
Yeah, and we have now film festivals that are only dedicated to promote and to support AI filmmakers and AI movies that were generated and fully by AI tools.
100%.
Yeah, so this also takes us to a point where we were merging between AI and business. And this is also a question to Alex and Adel. Are we seeing any clear frameworks regarding AI and the use of AI? I mean, from the business perspective, from the business and the legal standpoint.
But yeah, I mean, again, speaking just from my viewpoint from the Synalytic group, none of our tools are generative. None of our tools create visual. They're not filmmaking tools. They're film analysis tools. They're enhancement tools for the business side and the creative side. But there's already many applications. Many of our tools are popular. Like I said at the beginning, which I know Karan and Adel agreed with. There are tools from everything from the green light stage. So when you have an idea, you have a script, you plug it into one of our tools. It gives you a script analysis that is an AI-based tool, and that's why it's so popular, because the script analysis, which is something that, of course, everyone already does. Everyone reads scripts and does a summary and says, what are the strengths and weaknesses? It's something that takes hours. Now the script analysis takes, on average with this tool, 50 or 60 seconds. So now a writer can get their script analysis and they can use it as a pitching tool. They can say, here's the summary, here's the strengths and weaknesses, here are some film comps, here's the budget range based on the script that I created. So it gives creatives actually more of a sense of the business side of things and how they can pitch and who they should be pitching to. And then as a production company or a distributor or a financier, who are, of course, the money behind these projects, because for better or worse, this is still a business, they are using our, not just our tools, but our tools and the AI that we have to tell them how, like I said before, how very accurately this project is going to perform based on all the inputs, based on my costs, based on my expenses, who my director is, who my writer is, what the movie is about, what my release strategy is. So the AI already has many uses on the business side of things that I think are much more accepted and much more widely used than the creative side of things.
Yeah, and we want also to take Adel's opinion, Adel's insight on this from the business perspective, Adel.
Yeah, can you remind me with the question here, the business perspective of the AI tools, right?
Yes, I was asking about what puts, are we seeing any clear frameworks regarding AI, I mean, from the business and the legal standpoint?
The legacy, yeah, I think attending and being a part of a lot of AI film festivals, as you just said, and watching a lot of people establishing and creating AI studios and knowing how to sell and resell the products. Like, for example, a lot of cartoon films and a lot of all the projects are being recreated using the AI. So like Karan said, and you said, okay, and Alex also added on that, having the credit for this thing right now, something after 1 year, we might split the credit together. We might engage in a lot of people. We might add owners to this product. So yeah, I see a lot of potentials. I see a lot of budget are being spent on the AI tools, AI projects, AI even platforms. For now, people are investing money to create platform using AI, because they know in the future is like less than 3 or 5 years between this, it will be something called AI influencers, something called AI actors, something called AI model. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of money, a lot of business opportunities are coming in this rooftop.
Yeah. And from also, I mean, ethically, let's say, do we need a creative code for using AI? I mean, for ethics and of using AI. I mean, is there a line that we should draw in order to complete and execute our projects using the artificial intelligence?
This is a very smart question. To be honest, like, you are triggering me when you're saying that, because like 2 days ago, I was creating a story, and I was like planning outfit in my head, and just I put Pinterest.com. I said boho style, and I just put a description, and then I found the perfect match for the outfit in my mind. Simply, I said copy, paste to ChatGPT, and I asked him to simulate or to imitate the style. So at this point, I said to myself, man, this is a real styling. There's someone
Yeah.
behind this piece. And I said, okay, but he put it on the Pinterest to show it to people, to be inspired and to be. And this product is not owned to him 100% now. It's for us. So I might get the inspiration as he planned to do and take it to another level. So I legalized that to me, and I'm human, and I'm taking this out of my mind. I'm saying this loudly. I feel no shame. So if we see things through this perspective and applying this to the AI tool, which copying and taking and observing and borrowing, I think it's cool, and no regulation, no originality. This is the product. We shouldn't ask who made this anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, following with Karan and Alex, maybe Karan can now also add his input about the creative code of, I mean, and ethics of using AI. I mean, do you think we should draw a line while using these tools, or it's limitless, or?
No, I definitely, as an actually, basically, I'm a fine artist, so I know the value of original work.
Yeah.
So I think there are needs some more work in that area to give more credit to original artists, more credit to original writers, or for example, many people using other faces. For example, you definitely know that recently that one clip of Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise went viral using Dance 2.0 model, AI model. So I think that is not correct to use other people faces or their uh, content without their permission. So I think we need some more work on that area.
Yeah, I agree. I think I agree with Karan. I mean, I think it's all transparency. If you use AI in your project, you shouldn't, for whoever is using it in whatever way, don't use it if you're going to be ashamed of it. I think which be confident that I used AI for this reason, and disclose that AI was used. And again, the people that are going to look into these disclosures and want to see where AI is used and where AI is not used is not the general audience. It's going to be legal bodies, companies, and corporations, and unions and things like this. But I don't think AI should be used without disclosure, is my personal opinion. I think we should train data for transparency. I think you should always try to get consent from creators. Again, if like I already said, I think like Adel said, if you're using inspiration from something, music, movies, whatever it is, they're always getting inspiration. They're not always giving blatant credit to who they gave inspiration to. But when they don't, they need to be ready for that original creator to come back and say, hey, that was my idea. You didn't give me any credit. So to me, the easier thing is always to, in some way, shape, or form, which I don't know exactly how it is, if you're going to do some kind of direct style replication, or I want to copy exactly what this person did or that person did and use it in my system, or I want to use AI generated actors, I think it's just transparency. I mean, if people are confident enough and in some ways smart enough to use AI to enhance their project, they shouldn't be. There's no reason to hide it. That doesn't just go for AI. That goes from copying or inspiration or anything like this. I think it's just transparency and getting consent, being ready to get consent from creators if you need to. I agree with
Exactly.
Karan that originality must be protected, original artists must be protected in every medium, not just film, and even whether AI is involved or not.
Yeah, and also I believe it's also connected to us not being ashamed of using AI. I mean, our behavior towards the tool itself, that sometimes it's a secret it's a secret between creatives that if they use AI, but I think we should be more open about the tool itself, and we should maybe adapt the tool in order to get the best out of it, and then actually initiate that we actually use this.
Yes. Again, this is
Yeah,
it's
that's
going
totally
to,
right.
yeah, I think it's going to be used by
Mm.
many filmmakers and creators moving forward, and it's not going to be used by many creatives and filmmakers and even the businesses moving forward. The ones that use it, they should be, like I said, just be confident in exactly what you're saying. It's you chose to use it, it enhanced your project, it helped your project, hopefully, and if it did, if we're talking about credit, then you should be giving credit to the AI as a tool, not as a replacement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, of course.
Yeah, I think, Alex, it will be less than what we think than before. We call this is an AI generation and this is my generation. I think by time people will like announce that in very early, this is the AI, this is the AI, it's like this is something you want to be proud of, and instead of trying to hide or be ashamed of, I think this will be very soon. And I think also AI film festivals and AI competitions, it will be more than the original ones we are being in touch now.
Yeah, I mean, who knows where the industry is going? I think, like even something that's again, we don't work with AI generation tools on our side, but the people that do use it, there's still a human component. There's still always going to be humans involved and some originality. My view is personally that I think it's going to be a mix of both, and if the people that are acting like there isn't going to be these AI film festivals and there isn't going to be these AI generated films, and if these are made, nobody's going to watch them. I don't agree with that either. It's coming. Just like AI is coming in every industry, there's going to be an audience for it. But I don't. But I think if you want to call it the old-fashioned way of filmmaking, I think and creativity is still always going to be around. It's just that more of those old-fashioned people are going to be using the tools in certain ways to enhance their project. But there are going to be, of course, complete AI generated projects.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
There's going to be an
Yeah.
audience for it, and there's going to be an audience against it.
Yeah, I think the definition of the creativity will be the creativity of using the AI tools instead of the creativity of the creating the seed of the project itself. I think we will witness that very soon.
Yeah. And also this takes us to not the last question, but like one of the our last questions in this discussion. What do you think will be the future of storytelling? I mean, what comes after AI in terms of individuals, creative industries, and businesses?
So
Okay.
answer first.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So maybe I'm wrong, but I see there's way bigger picture than we can imagine. Basically, I am imagining that cinema will be 360-degree wide, or maybe in the near future, within 10 years, audience will choose what type of end they want to see in the one film. So, with the help of AI, cinema will be more bigger than now currently. So there are many unique content, many unique stories waiting ahead for us, and the screens which we see currently, theaters, that will be limitless, I think. Like exactly I said, we can say maybe hundreds of feet of cinema theater and films, and we are just putting that AR VR goggles, and we can see way bigger screens than we can imagine now. So I'm hoping for that picture.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I personally think there are swings. So I don't swings in terms of what audiences want. I don't think the future of this industry personally is AI versus humans. I think it's humans empowered by better tools, including completely original writers and creators, using the type, even if they don't want to use any generative tools, they're using tools that will help them with efficiency, with saving time, with pitching their projects, with collecting, organizing finances and things, all this. Because of course, if we're talking about independent movies, for instance, I mean, 85% of them maybe never see any screens, maybe 3 or 4% make their money back. This is a business, unfortunately. So for those types of films, the true art to be seen, there has to be an appeal on the business side. So these kinds of creatives can save time, save money, make their pitches better using these tools. That's the way we see it. We don't think AI is going to replace writers. We don't think AI actors are going to replace actors. I think, like I said, my gut feeling is there is going to be that side of the industry. But I think more so for lack of a better word, the real, if you want to use that, the real film industry, the future of it, which we all hope is going to grow using the kinds of tools that help with efficiency. I think there was a long period in the film industry where people got tired, if we want to just talk about IP, people got tired of the same kind of intellectual property, major films being released. And then all of a
Yes.
sudden, in a couple of years after COVID, you saw those projects with very big budgets start tanking
Yeah,
very fast, and people got tired of it.
of
And
course.
now you're seeing these movies based on purely original ideas, in many cases doing well, in genres that weren't doing well 4 or 5 years ago. So there's a hunger for originality. There's a hunger for new projects, and those new projects are going to come, in my opinion. Like I said before, the writers, if we're just talking about writers that are going to find the most success 5, 10 years from now, are the ones that have their own original ideas, that stick to their original ideas, that have the human element involved, but use AI in the ways just for efficiency. They're going to set themselves apart from the other writers who are going to say, I'm not going to use any type of AI tool in any way, shape, or form for any point of my project, from the script stage to the production stage to the release stage. I think those people will inevitably fall behind. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying that's the reality.
Yeah, I think we're now wrapping up as we have 2 minutes left to this fruitful session. Thank you all for your insights. I really enjoyed the discussion. I believe it's a much needed conversation now in the room, because especially that whether you are a creative, whether you are a studio, whether you are a production company, I believe everyone should be up to date with these kind of discussions. And if there's one thing we can take away from today's discussion, is that yes, AI may change how we tell stories, and elevate the craft and the creative industry, but again, it will never replace why we tell stories and our need to have our own narratives and our own cultural relevance. I mean, the tools will evolve and the process will also change with time, but the human voice will always it will always remain as the core of this industry. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Adel. Thank you, Alex.
you.
And thank you, Karan, for
Thank you,
this
everyone.
fruitful discussion.
Thank you.
I think it's also good to announce that the next webinar is going to be on April 15th about the best of Ramadan shows in the year 2026. So join the webinar and register now. Thank you, everyone in the room. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.